Thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly, and Heather is with me, and we are here for Real Conversations with Kelly. Today, we are talking about being unapologetic and really looking at what your soul needs. So let's get started. How do you live unapologetically taking care of your soul? When it just says, hey, I think I need to have a rest. I think I need to go on vacation. I think I need to start eating vegetarian. I mean, there are just like certain things that like just come up and it goes, okay, let's make the move. Let's do it. Let's go on a retreat and be gone for 3 days and not have our phone and answer our text and answer our emails. That's one thing that, we always feel like we have to apologize because we're not there for people.
Right.
When are you there for yourself?
Exactly. I think at some point we don't do it often enough. I was
Mhm.
thinking about this morning because I had a really busy weekend. We had a really busy weekend. Then I had a
Yes.
very busy Monday all day. I didn't get home till 9 o'clock. And I got up as usual this morning at my regular 5 o'clock and doing my morning rituals that I love to do. And not even kidding you, by 7 o'clock, I just sat there and went, I think I need to go back to bed. I think I just need to go have a little bit more rest. Now, truth be told, today on Tuesdays are supposed to be my days off, anyways. So I knew I had the time to do it. But here is where I think we tend to not listen to our soul's true needs. When I was really needing some more rest, but in the back of my head, I'm going, oh, but I brought all that work home, remember? And I should probably just get started with it. And that's the whole deal. It's like we continually we want to do one thing knowing that our soul is crying out to do something, and then we have this monkey brain that causes us to go into shame, guilt, blame, and then most of the time then we act in defiance. Fine, I'll get out of bed. Fine, I'll just do it.
So did you go back to bed?
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good.
But and you know what? And knowing full well that as soon as I lay down, my eyes would go blink, they pop right back open. But it didn't matter because I was just laying there in the coolness of the morning. I hadn't opened any of my blinds. My curtains were drawn. And I was probably there another 20, 30 minutes just full of just peace. That's what I was seeking. That's what I needed. That's what I need in my life when I have such busy moments, is just some moments of peace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I did it. And all of a sudden I had this like enlightening experience where this warm light just kind of flooded in. And I all of a sudden just went, okay, I'm good now. And I got up and went on with my day. So it was very interesting. It literally was like this light that came all up on me, and it just poof, I'm okay now. But most of the time I don't do that because there's always something to be done. I need to get this for somebody. Otherwise I might get into trouble. We've all probably felt that with our jobs. If I don't do this, I'll be in trouble. So I might as well just do it. So how do you really get past that shame, blame, guilt, and really listen to yourself? Or do you struggle with it?
I do to a point, but the older I get, the more I do start to take care. It's the care and feeding.
Right.
Care and
Yeah.
feeding of the soul. I had it on my on my board, which is on my wall. I'm pointing over here,
I see it. I see it.
which is on my wall, the care and feeding of the soul. And that means that I'm doing that without asking permission. I'm doing it for myself and I'm not feeling guilty. I'm not feeling guilt, blame, shame, any of that. Because I'm doing it for me in order to be present in the moment with people when I see them.
Yeah, good point.
Or be present at work when I am busy. Present at work when somebody says, I need you here. And so I have to like really look at myself and go, okay, are you good? That's why I look at myself in the mirror every morning.
Right. Yeah.
And I say, you're going to have an amazing day. And man, yesterday was so hard for me to do that. I was in a just very weird space and it took all I had. But I looked at myself in the mirror and said, you're going to have an amazing day. It may not turn out the way you want it to turn out, but you are a child of God, and this is what is going to happen. You are going to make this a good day. Just remember to smile and take it on. And then I popped myself and I did the high five and I was off. I had a crazy day. I know that when I get home from work, if I don't have anything to do, I'm going to rest. I rest and put myself in a space to where I'm either going to go away from everything around me or I'm going to go inside of me. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to meditate. And the majority of the time, meditation never happens.
Is it because you fall asleep?
No.
No.
Because, Tom is here and Tom lives here. And I really don't have a space
yes.
that I could,
yes.
come to. I mean, I have
yeah.
my office, but that's it. And so I've really got to create that. I have to take the initiative to create it. Plus, I have to put it on my calendar. That's one thing that I have noticed that gets me moving is having it on my calendar. I keep a calendar on my phone. I keep a personal one, and then I also have my work one. If I want to meditate for 30 minutes on a Saturday, I have to schedule it in.
Oh, gosh.
When you have somebody else that's like within your life, I'll say, there's a lot happening, a lot going on. I know there's so many people out there that are like, oh, I can't wait to meet somebody and I can't wait to have a companion. Well, you have a companion. And one thing that I did not do at the beginning was do my boundaries. I was available. I was always here and always there. And if he wanted to do something, I was going. Boundaries.
So really setting boundaries is a way of unapologetically living your soul's needs.
Yes, absolutely. And it literally gives you permission.
There's that word again.
To do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And one thing that I have found out is I put my phone on silent. If I'm going to meditate, if I'm going to do yoga, if I'm going to go shopping, do a little retail therapy, that's a boundary. And I'm in the presence of everybody. I am not going to have to apologize to say, hey, I've got to leave early. One thing that I have learned from one of my friends is she tells you up front what she's doing completely. no question. You know exactly what she's doing, what she has going on. And that was one thing that I never have done
Yeah, I don't
because
think
I
I have either.
always left the door open to feed my soul over here or to feed my soul over here. And maybe that's the extrovert in me, is
Hmm.
feeding my soul off of other people. And now I'm truly caring for my soul. That's the difference.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned earlier, age has a big thing to do with it. So actually,
Mhm.
two mentions. One you mentioned about age, and the second one you mentioned, which came to mind the quote, "If Mama ain't happy, nobody happy." And it made me think about Mama may not be happy because she's not getting a chance to be happy. We have so much responsibility as moms as we are raising children, and I get that. But to be able to speak to those of us that are getting older, we do have that sense of, okay, you know what? I've done that. I'm in my place in my life where I don't have that anymore. Or maybe it is just two people at home. So it could be just that. But I really loved as you get older, I don't want to apologize anymore for needing an extra 20 minutes in bed this morning or wanting to take an extra 15 minutes and sit outside and just drink your morning Joe out there. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't think that we need to tell everybody what we're going to do. It's time for me. Peace out. I'll see y'all later when I've had it. And that's the introvert in me. I need to recharge on my own when I've had enough. Really listen to what your soul needs and really unapologetically schedule it, do it, perform it, whatever, without feeling guilty that you're taking the time to do it.
Right. And here's another small little piece to that. A lot of people think, okay, I am, I'm going to go care for my soul and I'm going to go get a massage or
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go get a facial. And people look at them and go, wow, you pay for a massage? Those are expensive. I
Yeah.
hear that come up a lot. And if somebody wants to question me, then that's their deal, not mine. The older I get, the more I feel what I'm doing is totally different from what you're doing. You're the introvert, I'm the extrovert. I might feed my soul by going to dinner with friends
Mm-hmm.
and enjoying a great meal and having great conversation and then coming home, crawling right into bed.
Yeah. Whereas I have to come home and sit on my couch and
Mhm.
total decompress and then go to
Mhm.
my bed. Everybody's
Right,
different. Everybody is different.
right, right. Because some people may decide, okay, at night, I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to really
Yeah.
recharge and I'm going to take
Wash
a
off the
bath and I'm going to feel
day.
right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Wash off the day. And
Mm-hmm.
I will say, when I started taking baths or taking a shower and like crawling into bed, it just felt so amazing. And I really felt like I was taking care of me, not not anybody else. I just was taking care of me and I would like soak in the bath and it felt really good. And then I would get out and I'd be all warm and
Uh,
put on my PJs and then get underneath the covers.
yeah.
So
What do you say to people who will tell you, I'm just too busy? I can't schedule anything. How do I overcome the busyness of my life in order to do more things for me and not feel guilty about
you are busy because you've created the busyness.
it?
You have created the busyness. And so therefore you can take away some of that busy work. I remember I actually remember a saying, and it wasn't a saying, actually, it was a comment.
Yeah.
I was dating a guy in Tahoe when he had twins, and and I said, I am too busy right now. I'll come and talk to you in just a minute. I am way too busy. Maybe we can do that next week, but I'm going to come and talk to you in a minute, but I'm just too busy right now. She looked at me with big boohoo tears in her eyes. I think she was 6 at the time, and she looked at me and said, "You mean you're too busy for me?"
Oh, oh,
Oh, just broke my
yeah,
heart.
yeah.
Broke my heart. And I thought, wow, never be too busy for someone that wants to actually spend time with you
Mm,
and be in your presence and hear what you're saying and just be around you. Why discard that by saying you're busy?
mm,
Yeah, you can have a lot of things to do, but you can balance it. There might be a deadline you've got to meet. Look at your calendar and be focused. That's one thing I'm working on is being focused.
mm.
It's being focused in my life because the more that I'm focused in my life, the less stress I have, the less angst, and the less defiance I have.
Right. Yeah. So talk about defiance for a little bit.
Woo.
When we talk about
Oh,
defiance, what does it
I
mean
am
to
the
you?
queen of defiance. Ooh, can you put your hands on it? Can you feel it, girl? I am the queen.
Right.
Where is my crown? Because that's the way I grew up. I was defiant. I grew up when I came into this world, I felt like I had landed on in the meadow of flowers. I have landed somewhere where I am just going to be accepted. I feel like I was just dropped from heaven and I'm going to share everything that I have. And then I got slapped and I was like, whoa, what is going on?
Somebody
What
told
just
you how you
happened?
were going to share, what you were going to share, and how you were going to do it.
Exactly. And so I could not take care of my soul. I really thought that I was going to be in the caring of the soul and I was
Mm,
going to share all of this. I mean, I can remember going back to when I was 6 months old
yeah.
and I wanted to comfort my mom. I remember her rocking me. And Kennedy had just died and she was watching it on TV. And all I wanted to do was just turn over and put my arms around her. I remember this very vividly.
Wow.
And and that would have been such a caring for the soul moment. And I couldn't do it because I was a baby. I was 6 months old, 3 months old. Sorry. I was born, yeah, 3 months old. And so as I grew up, I became very defiant because I never got to be just me and never got to really feel who I was, what I wanted, where I wanted to be, how I wanted to express myself. I had to apologize at every turn, so I became very defiant.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
oh, yes, very. And God loved my parents because they got the brunt of it when I lived at the house. They got the brunt of it for 18 years. And I just, I didn't know how to hold it. I didn't know how to take it. And so I just curled up and went inside, drank, smoked, did a little bit of this, did a little bit of that. hey, I was living large, girl. And that's how I was defiant because I had nowhere to go to care for my soul, to be in this body and know that I was taking care of it.
Well, you
I
said it
never rested.
completely. Right. Well, you said it or you nailed it when you said, I was never taught it. I was never able to do it. We
Never.
don't teach our children how to have the care and feeding of their souls.
Mhm.
We don't. I
And it's
remember,
more. Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead.
I'm just saying, I remember as my kids were growing up, especially my daughter, who you know very well is
Mhm.
so just the busiest bee there ever was and completely extroverted and so forth. But there was days when she wanted to just stay home from school. And I just thought, you know what? There is valid reasons why we sometimes just need a mental health day. And that's what we
Mhm.
started calling it. She didn't have to explain why. She didn't need to get me into her business. She just would let me know, I need a mental health day today. Like,
Mhm.
okay, then let's do it. And it was never abused because she didn't have to be defiant in it. She didn't have to
Right.
skip school or whatever the behavior would have been. She could just let me know and then she would stay home. I think that's one of the ways that I was able to begin to teach her about caring for the soul. But we don't teach our children. We're not taught. We're taught to
Mhm.
put everybody else's needs first. Selfless love. Totally get that. Moms totally get that. Family members, we totally get that. Is just can there be a way from the get-go teaching our children these things so that we don't have to wait until we're 50 plus before we start to go, this is what I need for me.
Right. And I feel like I would have been a lot healthier.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to have worried about my weight or worry about, anything if I had started from that position of caring for where I came from.
Yeah. If you were given permission from the get-go,
Hmm.
permission, man,
Mm.
it keeps coming up.
I never asked permission.
Well, you know what?
I
I mean, to
just did
some
it and begged
degree,
for forgiveness.
I know, right? I mean, to some degree, we still are in the permission seeking mode. I mean, we do. Hey, honey, is it okay if I just go here?
Right.
Not that you can't tell me that I
Totally.
can't, but it's a
Totally.
it's a letting you know,
Hmm.
is it okay? Are you good with going through there? So sometimes we still have to give our permission from somebody else, but you're asking. At least you're asking. The whole big thing and the whole conversation of this is all about the caring of your soul, what your soul needs. So let's talk about that, of how to know what your soul needs. Like, how do we know? If somebody's
Oh,
never done anything, how would you tell them to start to know what their own caring for their soul is? How do they find out?
starting with the list. Starting with the list.
Mm,
What makes you happy? What
mm,
makes your heart sing?
there you go.
What puts you in a good mood? What makes you like move a little bit and
Love it.
dance?
Mm-hmm.
If it's just going and browsing, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I
And
love the
I've done
grocery
that
shop.
for years.
Yeah, you have. I love the grocery shop.
Oh, I love to grocery shop.
I just
Love it,
think
love it,
it's
love it, love
fun.
it, love
I think
it.
it's fun. And I know a
Love
lot of
it.
people out there going,
Yeah. Choke
heaven
me now.
forbid. I know, but I do. I love it. It gives me a chance to walk around up and down the aisles just to see what new things are. And I don't hardly buy any of the stuff I see. I just love being out and seeing it because I
Right,
have a
right,
choice. I have a choice if I want
right.
to buy it or not.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. If I know that I'm going to cook it, then I'm going to buy it.
Yeah. No, I love it. So would you say then that as we're making a list, the first thing is really taking notice, because patterns
Mhm.
do start to develop in your life. It's the
Mhm.
pattern recognition of, maybe I do like to grocery shop. Maybe I do like to cook.
Right. And there are people that say, oh, not even no, but hell no. I'm not going to go grocery shopping. Somebody
Yeah.
else can do that for me.
But they'll
I'll
do
order
something
it
else.
online and I'll just wait for Amazon
Yeah.
to come to the door. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
It's not about the grocery shopping. Maybe it's taking photos. Maybe it is
Reading a book.
reading a
I
book.
mean,
Whatever it is that makes you smile. Like if you write it down and you're like, okay, whatever, and
yeah.
make the list, then go back through and look at each thing. And you will feel it. You will feel it right here. And you'll go, ah,
That's
there
it.
we
That's
go.
one. That's
There we go.
one.
There's one. Highlight it, check mark it, star it, whatever you got to do. And then once you have your list, then type it out, print it out, or put it on your computer, or put it on your phone, wherever you can see it. I like to put things on my mirror in the bathroom, because that way I see it every morning, because I got to go brush my teeth and put my contacts in, and I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at my face, and then I'm going to look at that and go, oh, okay. And it's a good reminder of what's going to make me happy today. And if I
Maybe
can't do it
also,
today, maybe I can do it tomorrow. And I have created really a pathway for me to be calm, happy, and more giving,
mm,
more loving, and more present in the moment than I ever have been.
and that is the gift
Mm-hmm. Yes,
of
the
doing the
gift of
things,
being present.
the gift of being present and doing what your soul cries out to be, unapologetically.
Mm-hmm. And I really would be interested to see, like, what everybody's doing. What is everybody
Yeah.
doing out there? What do you do to create your boundaries, to rest, relax, to care for your soul, to really calm that fire inside? Because I know a lot of fiery people out there. And then there are a lot of really calm people, but what do you calm people do to, like, maybe light that fire a little bit? Because that gets the passion going, that gets the presence. So sit back, make your list, and find what it is. How are you going to care for this soul? And what makes you happy? Please put it in the comments, because you can do that. And I think that is where we are going to end our conversation today, because I feel really good. I think I'm now going to go and have a little moment with myself and meditate for about 10-15 minutes, because this really got me to feeling like, okay, it's time. It's time for you to connect with yourself.
Great.
So let us know how you are going to take care of your soul. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you next week.